Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sprueverse, the scale model universe. I'm Philip Siegel. It's great to have you with me once again. Well, look at this. This is quite a day. Yesterday I received my second version of the ET Mothership from Yay Monsters. Now, I'm kind of, I don't know, naughty and nice. I don't know what to say, but since I feel like my channel is a little bit of, it's a little eclectic, but one of the things that I like to do on the channel is I like to be a sort of test kitchen for everybody. And I think it's a lot of fun to see what sort of various options there are out there. So I'll do that so you don't have to wonder. The last video that I put up about this is with the AT, you'll see the AT creature symbol next to it, which is the golden armor version of this kit. And I think it's a pretty good kit. Now there's a lot of sort of conversations about this around the channels. You can check it out. I'm not here to do an expose on either kit. Pros and cons a little bit. So anyway, I wanted to be able to share with you my feelings about this particular kit. I was curious, and when I found out there was a competitive product out there, I wanted to check it out. Why not, right? So here we go. It's all over the map. Now, I have to say, when this arrived, the way it arrived was terrific. It was beautifully boxed, and everything is impeccable. Now there's two versions of this kit you can buy. If you go to yaymonsters.com and you scroll down to Mothership, you'll see you get two options. The first is just a basic send you the kit, and I believe it's about $350. I think it's well worth it. The second version is if you pay an additional, I think it's $30 or $40, he will clean it up for you. So I thought, why not? Let's clean it up and see what you get. And I have to say, it was well worth it. For someone like myself who has a lot going on my bench, it was really nice to see that I didn't have to spend additional time on having to sand it down. Now it's not difficult, and there is a little bit of flash and cleanup you still have to do, but for the most part, wow, what a beautiful job he's done in cleaning it up. So it's a big thank you. Everything is bagged very nicely. Now he is also, Yay Monsters, he is also coming out with some very, very clean descriptions on things that you will need to do to build this, things that you'll need to have on hand, and that's greatly appreciated. Golden Armor doesn't do that. However, the Golden Armor kit is not that complicated to put together, and some of the armatures are very different in terms of their construction. But it is greatly appreciated that Yay Monsters has come out with some very clear diagrams for you on how to specifically build not just your 9 engines, but your feet as well. There's a nice animation and there's a very clear description. I think eventually those will be printed and put into the kit, but I was too anxious to get mine, so I don't think they're quite ready yet. But the information is definitely available, and he's terrific. He responds right away, and he's just a pleasure to do business with. So here we go. This is the Yay Monsters version. Now, the bowl itself is absolutely clean. There are there's a little bit of cleanup you have to do, and I've noticed a couple of pot marks here and there that will need a slight puttying, but that's okay. Nothing untoward. Let me get PhilCam out so we can take a look at this, because I think it's a lot of fun. So here we go on PhilCam. So you can see it is obviously it's a resin cast. Now what I love about it is the inside is absolutely perfectly clear. Now in the Golden Armor version, it is not. It is there's a lot to clean up. This is beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful casting. So, and I have to say, there's a couple of other things that I really like about this. Specifically, one of them is, and I'll show you right here, there's an alignment setup. So we're going to be able to actually put this together right now. You can see these, I'm showing you this on PhilCam, but there's actually some alignment pins which are on all of the pieces. So I thought that was really, really smart. Again, it's sort of an upgrade to the engineering of a garage kit, and it makes the experience of putting something like this together kind of fun. Now, I did experience just a little bit of warpage on this particular piece, but if you put this in some warm water and then weight it down, you shouldn't have any problems. And it's not that much warpage that I can't deal with, but this will go down together really nicely. It's got that lovely crusty surface, which is part of it. It also has the door here. The door itself, you can see this on my camera. The door is already pre-opened, and that is awesome. So it's nice and clean, and it's sort of ready to go. So let's take a quick look at what happens when you put this together, because I think it's a lot of fun. So basically, what you do is you start with the base. Now there is an engine cowling that goes underneath that, and it comes with the colored lenses. And everything is pre-drilled, by the way, guys, so it's really ready to light, which is a lot of fun. So what we'll do here is, let me just carefully put this into the center here so that we can see this. So it asks you to next get the next piece that goes on this, and what that is this engine cowling. Now, this fan-like blade is, I can see, pretty delicate. We're going to have to be very careful not to knock or chip these. And there's a little bit of flashing in between here that needs to be cleaned out. It's not terrible, and it's pretty easy to do. You just take the back side of your model knife, and that comes out it comes out perfectly. Here, I can show you on PhilCam what I mean. It's a little bit of flashing here. Hang on. Sorry, I was on slow motion. Make everybody look sick. Anyway, you can see there's a little bit of opacity where the flash is, and that just needs to be cleaned out with a model knife, and that's no problem at all. Very simple to do. And this piece has a notch in it. And this notch just simply sits on the model, and as I said to you, you can see, now I have looked at this, and there's a little bit of warpage, but again, nothing terrible. So I'm not concerned about it. I'm okay with it. It happens, you know. Resin is very, very soft, but a little bit of warm water and some gentle bending, and this will go right back. You don't even have to do that if you want to put a little weight on it and get it down. But I like to try and get everything as flush as possible before I get going. But anyway, the next thing you do is you actually take the second piece, which has these wonderful hieroglyphics on it. And again, this has some flashing as well in between the fan blades themselves, and as before, it just requires just a little bit of cleaning, and that they'll come right out, no problem at all. It's so minor and completely understandable, but that'll come out nicely. And it has these wonderful crisp hieroglyphics on it. I'll show you that on PhilCam because I think again that's worth it. Look at this. Look at these wonderful hieroglyphics, which are all original to the filming miniature. So just a fantastic job. They're nice and crisp. They'll come out really well, and with some dry brushing and some aging, that's going to look fantastic. So this second piece has an alignment pin as well, and you'll want to line that up, and as you can see, that lines up quite beautifully. Very, very, very appreciated. The next is this what I call the engine casing ring, and that has a notch too. There it is. You can see this little notch. He's put a notch in there, and that is really appreciated, and that sort of then tells you where that needs to line up, and that sits right on here, and then the dome itself just simply drops on top of that like this, like so, and there you have it. Isn't that fantastic? That is so much fun and so easy to put together. Really appreciate it. There's even some notches on the top for the very top of the ship. And again, all the holes are beautifully cleaned out and it's all ready to light. You don't even have to do any drilling. And it has a lovely notch that drops onto the top. And there is an antenna kit that comes with it. I'm not going to open it, but all the antenna pieces are here. And away you go. Now, a couple of things I'll say, because I think that Golden Armor put out a very decent product as well, and there's something about the Golden Armor kit that I'm kind of in love with. The first thing he does, he sends you these awesome little ETs. We showed you those in the last video. They're beautiful. What a great addition to this kit, because it's demanding to be lit and it's demanding to go into a diorama, both of which I will do, and we'll definitely build this on the channel. You have to. There's too much nostalgia involved in this, not, you know, for me personally, but also just because this is part of my childhood. So what a great kit. The other thing though that Golden Armor did do is give you the screens that go in these little engine cowlings. I'll show you this on camera because it's worth it. But the design on these are just beautiful. They sit together quite nicely. Now you could argue that you don't need anything other than just the light. The screen I thought was a nice addition to it, and I probably, what I'll do, and I'll show you this on PhilCam because again, well worth it. So let's get this going here, and you can see that there's no screen, but beautifully done, beautifully done. So what I'm probably going to do, I'll put these down here, I'll show you a little bit of video of this too, which is really kind of fun. So what I'm probably going to do is get a little bit of screening material, black screening material. It comes in mesh, it comes in wire, and it comes in a fabric. I'll probably get the smallest one I can from my local hardware store, get a little roll of it, and cut these out and put them in here, just because I think it looks finished. The other thing we're going to do too is we're going to texturize these, because they need a texture on them, and we're going to be doing that. Now, I have had to order some additional parts. You don't get everything in this kit that you need to put these engines on to the actual model. You're going to need some tubing. You're going to need some 2mm tubing, some 1, 2, and 3 brass tubing, and a little bit of guitar wire. But he gives you a shopping list of the things you will need, and you don't need a tremendous amount of it. But they were not pre-trimmed, and I was kind of surprised that those pre-trimmed pieces are not with the kit. I suppose that was to keep the price down, understandably, but you're going to have to do a little bit of shopping to get everything together. But wow, is this going to go together, and it's just going to make an absolutely impressive kit. So I have to say that I am leaning towards choosing this particular version to build up for my collection, which will leave me with an unfinished one. And perhaps we will do something special with that, give it away, or do something with that at a later date. I'm not sure. But there it is. It is the Mothership from the movie E.T. This is the Yay Monsters version. Absolutely beautiful. Well worth the money, guys. Well worth it. So happy to share this one with you. Go back to the other one. Take a look at the Golden Armor version that I do a close-up on. It's worth it as well, just so that you've got a comparison. Because you may decide that the other version is a little heftier, or it's just a little more for you. But either way, either one you choose, you can't go wrong. I will say though, on the Golden Armor version, there was a miscue, and there's an acrylic ring that's supposed to come with it. I got the wrong size. Christopher actually ended up sending me the correct version, so I do have that with me now. But that's the last thing I'll say to you guys. As soon as you get your model, open it and inventory it. Make sure everything is there the second it arrives. It's so much easier to be able to just reach out to these guys and say, hey, model just arrived, really love it, but I checked my inventory and I'm missing a this or a that if you are, because it makes it easier for everybody and they're happy to help you. I find them incredibly communicative, very friendly, and easy to get along with. Now, I do know that Randy Newbert at Voodoo Effects has built or is building, as we speak, a version of this. You can check out Randy's channel, Voodoo Effects. And the reason why I think it might be fun for you to do that is because Randy is the architect of the lighting kit that will go inside of this, and so it is definitely worth checking out what he's doing, because you can definitely not go wrong with that. Now I'm actually going to go off the reservation with this kit, and I'm going to light it myself, and I've got some fun things in store for it. So then when it comes to building this, you'll see that. And it won't be too much longer. Probably in January we'll get to this, right after the holidays. I'm finishing up the Spindrift right now. And then I think this quite possibly will be the next thing on the bench, along with a bunch of other stuff. We've got to finish the X-Wing. I just got Pack 23 arrived. So that's coming in, and my James Bond BB5 is also going to be on the bench again very quickly. But anyway, that's it for this. This is, once again, the Yay Monsters version. There are two out there, Golden Armor and this one, Yay Monsters. Both definitely worth checking out. This is definitely a kit you're going to want to build, and it's definitely a kit you're going to want to have in your collection. Anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, please be safe, be well, build something, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Be well.